Hi everyone, I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot, and this is the message that is meant to reach you right now. So it's a collective message, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's for all signs, and we're just going to call in Spirit to preside over this reading. Your higher self, the angels, the archangels, to guide this reading, to bring the collective everything they need to know at this point in their life. Lovely. So let's get started. So I've been meditating on your energy, or all of the collective's energy, and the first oracle that we have is don't dim to fit in. Now, I have shuffled these cards so many times, and I got this card out 3 times in a row, which is amazing. Like, it's unbelievable, actually. So this is so strong from spirits. If you're here for a reason, and this is the time with the age of Aquarius that we're in, that we are meant to shine our uniqueness into the world. Now's the time where we're breaking down all of the barriers of conforming, working the jobs that we think we have to work, being the people we think we have to be to fit in. Now is the time to break all of that down so that we can be, and you can be, your authentic self. And it really begins now. So I've just done the June readings. This is a timeless reading, but I've just done the monthly readings, and it's across the board, this message. So now is the time not to dim your light. So let's delve deeper. Now you have 2 animal spirits, the heron with patience. And this is very much about having patience with yourself and your journey. You know, when we change our self-image and we're breaking down all of the old patterns that we thought we were to become the people that we're meant to be, you know, we have to have patience. It says create a place in nature with stillness, and for stillness and renewal. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Be patient, or patience brings rewards with the heron. Exactly. So being patient will be really important at the moment. And then, of course, the card flew out of the peacock, vibrancy. And the peacock reminds me of when they fan out that amazing tail, you know, to be seen by the world. And that's it. If there's something that you are wanting to do where you are being seen, now is the time to do it with the peacock and vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and all good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Beautiful. Now let's go into the tarot to get the messages that you need to hear right now. So I hope you're doing really well. The message that's coming up is so much to do with your self-image. And the beautiful thing about self-image is we can change it. You know, you have things that you think that you're amazing at, things that you think you can't do, and it's all an idea in the mind. So much of that, so much of your self-image is pliable, so you can change anything. If you want to be a confident person, you can be that, you know, embodying it, create it in your imagination, and then be that. That creative force within you has the ability to change, you know, who you are on that fundamental level. And it's not getting away from your authentic self. It's getting towards your authentic self. It's removing the barriers, the things that you believe about yourself that just aren't true. Whoa, lots of messages. Okay. You have the Page of Wands. Now is the time to take this new opportunity that's going to present itself or has presented itself. You know, the pages are about new beginnings. So, you know, he is taking the trip, and that will be the message. Take a trip. A new adventure. Start something new, a new passion. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. And this is really the card about getting out of analysis paralysis. You know, don't let the mind tie you up. Now's the time to free yourself of the mental traps of the mind. And that is a lot to do with your self-image. You know, the mind will just constantly say, you know, be critical, be self-critical, judge yourself, say that you can't do things. And it's like this is the illusion. She could untie herself at any time and set herself free of the mind. She's not her mind. She is the master of her mind. And when she sees all of that as illusion, that's when she gets set free. So it's really starting to see the illusions of your mind and how it's never, ever true. And if you look at the mind and those thoughts square in the face and you see it and you know it's an illusion, then, you know, she can set herself free. And that's the message. Don't let the mind trick you anymore into dimming your light or thinking you're not good enough or thinking other people are better, because it's really time to move forward. So I can see with the 2 of Swords, and it was the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a new opportunity that you're wanting to move, if there is a new opportunity that you're wanting to move forward on, it's time to make a decision. You know, it's time to make a decision on it. We don't always know where things are going. You know, if you've started a new project, business, whatever you've started on, we don't know where it's going to go. But if you know that you're following your heart, you're following your soul, that's all Spirit wants you to do. Trusting in that. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is telling me, because he's in reverse, is that, you know, it might be time to actually just make steps, you know, slowly but surely. But don't stand still. You know, start making the steps towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards what you want to plant. You know, the whole thing with free will is that we have, and you have the ability to change, to take action. Don't let analysis paralysis block you at the moment. We don't know the full picture or answers. So this is the time to, you know, she has the moon above her head. That's telling me that, you know, going to your intuition, the mind might not see which is the best of 2 options, but if she gets silent and she goes to her gut feeling, the answer will be there. It's not in the mind. So if you've got a decision to make, that's how to make it. Okay. What else? Oh, quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2 pages in a reading is Spirit saying, take this opportunity. You need to start taking opportunities. You know, it's like even the smallest little start to something is the key. What one step forward towards something that you want to, that you're passionate about, that you want to create. Just, you know, this is the beginning. The pages are the beginning. So this isn't something you've done before. This is something new. And Spirit wants you to start looking at or start taking action on what, you know, bringing newness into your life, doing something different. You know, now's the time for experimenting, trying new things, expanding your world. You know, if you've been stuck in a rut for ages, this is like the breakthrough message. It's time to break free from yourself and start, opening, expanding your world to new possibilities. And you do that with the pages. What little steps can you do? It could be even a plan, putting a plan in place, finding out information about something, thinking about what you're passionate about, what you want to do. And because you have it with the Chariot and the Seven of Swords in reverse. And this is saying, to move forward, start planning. So the Chariot is about moving forward in the direction that you want to, not letting life just happen and going through the motions and, relinquishing your control of what you want to create and what you want to do in your life. The Chariot is where you're taking charge. You're like heading towards, he's got the stars on the canopy, the moon, and the Sphinx. The Sphinx represents the unknown and the mysteries of life, but he's following his calling, he's following his soul. And so following your soul, your spirit, guiding you, taking control of what you want for your life, not letting life just happen, just thinking, well, just go through the motions and then another year's passed and it's the same old, same old. This is no. I'm in charge of my life. I'm moving it in the direction that I want it to go. With the Seven of Swords, that can be, what I'm getting from that is some trickery around you. Maybe there's some obstacles or challenges or people that will, that might be blocking or getting in the way of making you believe you can't do it, or maybe they've got their own doubts, and they're influencing you, but don't let any of that influence you. It's time to take charge of your life. So I would be asking myself, what is the direction I want? And live, like Neville Goddard says, live in the end. What is the end image you want? If you imagine your life 12 months from now, 5 years from now, what will it look like? How will it feel? What do you want? Live from the end. And then spirit, your will carry you there. But you have to have that end or that goal in sight. This is also a card about leaving your comfort zones. And with the pages, they're leaving your comfort zones. So it's time, time to step into the unknown, what you've known. He's left what he's known behind. It might have been secure, it's all that he's known, that security, that familiarity, but he knows that there's something more. He's going out. He knows that beyond the walls is where my great heart, my soul, my adventure lies. And so whatever that looks like for you, it sounds big, it sounds really wafty, but actually it's whatever that is for you. It could be a relationship. It could be a new job. It could be you going on a holiday. But it's time for a fresh new beginning and a fresh new start. Let's see. What other messages do we have to give? What else do we need to know, Spirit, that will help right in this moment? Yeah. Okay. So now is the time to really be so clear and honest with yourself and looking at, this is a card for me of patience, but it can also be dissatisfaction. So what areas of your life are you dissatisfied? What seeds have you planted that haven't been fruitful, that aren't returning what you want? And, being with the Justice card, being really black and white about it, really honest. What's working, what's not working? Am I happy? Am I satisfied with my life? What parts of it am I satisfied with? What am I not? Because you have a wish fulfillment. You have a wish fulfillment, but you have to, Spirit, like your free will is going on the journey to find it. He's not, you know, if he didn't go after his dreams, he'd never find all his 9 cups. You know, he'd be stuck in the 2 or the 3. He's wanting more, you know, and that's the thing. Spirit wants you to want more for yourself in your life. You deserve it, and you can have it. So this is the card, and wish fulfillment is available, but it's about taking the first steps. So let's get more clarity. Is there anything more you can add? Oh, there we go. Yeah, great. Okay, so if you're not sure of what the next step is, ask your higher self. This is my card of the download, when we get a download of information. So if you don't know, maybe during meditation, ask for clarity so that you can see what you need to change, what a good next step is, and wait for the download, that aha moment of what that should be. But to begin with, Spirit saying, you know, to start with, at least look at your self-image. Don't dim your light. If you could be anything, what would that be? Including your personality. You know, what would that look like? Because hiding inside there is everything that you want, the confidence, the vibrancy, the vitality, the quirkiness, whatever that is there. It's just shedding the layers of conditioning so you can be your beautiful, vibrant self and not dim anymore or dim your light. And stepping into a new phase, a new beginning. But it will take action, and Spirit wants you to start taking action and being really honest what's working, what's not working in your life. Because you have so much potential. There's a wish fulfillment that is waiting. That's waiting. Okay, now let's get an angel number. Let's get an angel number for you. So can we please have an angel number for guidance? So these are the repeat numbers that you see on the clock or on a billboard. There we go. Okay, we have 1011. So 1011, look out for that number because that is your sign from Spirit. Take action. There you go. That is amazing. So if you haven't got the message already, I'm sorry, but you know, it's coming through again. So take action. This is the call to take action, to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you've set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. Exactly. So perseverance and patience with the journey, but it's about taking the journey, and ultimately it's going to bring a wish fulfillment. So looking at what's working in your life, what's not working in your life, what step you can move forward, and stepping into your vibrancy. This is the time for your vibrant self to emerge. And I'm getting emerge from the ashes like the phoenix rising. The new age, the new earth. And so you're going to come into it as a new person, and you get to decide what that looks like. Lovely. Let's get a moon message for you. Spirit, can we have a moon message for... Oh, there we go. Yeah. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And what I'm actually getting from this is that the tough cycle has ended. This is like the new beginning. You know, this is the new beginning with all of the pages, creating your new self-identity, moving towards what you want in your life. And that's the full moon in Capricorn. End of a tough cycle. Lovely. So that is your message that was meant to reach you right now. I hope that helps guide you and gives you the confidence, the clarity on what Spirit is there helping you with right at this point. You can draw upon Spirit, your angels, your guides to help you and guide you. I'm sending you all of my love and light and blessings. Subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.